What is masculinity in 2023? Obviously, back 20, 30, 100 years ago was very different than what it is today. Welcome back to the Wilson Brothers channel. I'm Isaac. This is David. This is Jordan. We're excited to be with you guys. The Viking. I was getting there. Shut the hell up. There's a lot of things that we want to describe and discuss today on this channel. Obviously, we're doing a reaction video today to street interviews discussing what masculinity is. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to rumble?
I'm ready. You ready?
Let's freaking do it.
I love street interviews. This is going to be fun.
Let's do it.
Gosh, bro.
About what I say.
Do you think society still values masculinity?
I don't understand why would we need to value that. Gender and roles, I feel like it's not good to be defining what's good and what's wrong. It's whatever you're feeling like.
I have masculine traits and I think I have feminine traits. Feminine traits that I was thinking about, my hair and some parts of my face look like that, but facial hair and stuff, those things are like masculine.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it like black or white. It's a really, really deep matter that I cannot explain.
It changed, but more like it's looked down upon. It's still the same, but now it is. I think the definition itself changed.
Do you think that toxic masculinity is a result of biology or culture?
Culture, definitely. It all depends on how you're brought up and how, for example, a guy who's raised with women will have a different personality to guys raised with men.
It's a mix of both. I'm going to talk about this experiment that was done, but it was about some monkeys. There was this monkey in a group that was...
Hold on. It just makes me want. It makes me want a finger monkey even more now.
Yeah, a marmoset.
But reacting to that, what are your guys' opinions of that?
She had rainbow hair, obviously. We don't discriminate on this channel, but the reality is, if you're telling men not to be masculine, you're telling them that, oh, I just want to get in touch with my feelings. Men and women are different. You cannot put men and women on the same playing field of, oh, we're just equal, we're the same thing, we're not different. Men and women are different. That's fine. It's okay.
I hate when they say it's all about how you feel.
Yeah,
I feel so different all the time.
Yeah.
But if I allowed my emotions to dictate how I act and how I represent myself to the world, then I'm gonna be a freaking popcorn machine.
Viking, if you attune to all the emotions that you were feeling inside, would you ever get anything done?
I would be a little. Yeah, no, man, we're not allowed. No, we're designed to not operate on our emotions. We're designed to think about things logically.
Let's keep going, but stay tuned because today my wife was the one that sent me this video to react to, so I haven't seen it. But me and my wife had a very interesting conversation I'll update you guys on, but let's keep going. Okay.
Generally more aggressive, and that kind of permeated throughout the whole group. At some point they literally got into fights, and they would I think they ended up killing each other or something like that. They took away all the monkeys that exhibited those traits, and then the next generation was totally fine. If we deem that these reactions are normal and aggression and violence is normal, that will become part of our daily life.
At all.
If you take out this is the problem with it, because gather your thoughts because I want you to nail it home. If you take out all the aggressive, all the natural instincts we have as men and keep the weak ones, of course you're going to have all weak ones that are just so complacent or just easy to get along with society.
This goes into social science, social sciences that she doesn't really understand, because the fact of the matter is the reason that we all behave and do what we're supposed to do is because of violence. And even the Tates have talked about this before. Imagine you get a speeding ticket, right? Or let's say you blow through one of the red lights that just happen to take a picture of your license plate, and they'll send it to you in the mail, and you decide, no, you know what, I'm not going to take care of it. And then they come and talk to you. No, I'm not going to take care of it. And they get subpoenaed. No, I'm not going to take care of it. Eventually, cops are going to come to your door to arrest you, and you're going to be met with violence. Everything in this world that keeps us in check is because of the violent tendencies in men.
Yeah, you're forced.
You're forced to do certain things. And the moment you try to eradicate the aggressive, violent tendencies out of men is when you end up having total chaos throughout society.
If the government, because I'm going to piggyback off what you said, if the government were to take away all men where you're not allowed to do anything strong or they're pushed down, or say if all strong men were arrested, like the monkey example, you're going to have all weak men. What if then a burglar comes into your house or into someone's house? You've been so conditioned to believe that you're not allowed to react in violence to things that have been violently done against you, right? Women don't want that.
Yeah.
If you say to any woman, even if they are the most feministic woman, hey, there's a burglar that's going to come into your house with a gun, they'll say, I want a man to defend me. So they only want violence when it suits them. Do you understand that?
Yeah. But that's not how it works.
No, let's keep going.
What do you think are some of the challenges that men are facing today?
Masculinity, definitely. I don't know, people will be like, oh shoot, like you have long hair, you look like a girl, this and that. Other men trying to like make themselves more like, oh, I'm a man, like.
Roles, stereotypes, toxic masculinity for sure. I believe it's a big issue. It's okay if you don't want to feel vulnerable or whatever, but they should just ask for help.
There are a lot of men who are really struggling right now. There's a reason why men are at 3 times higher risk of a death of despair from suicide or drug overdose or alcohol.
In your definition, it seems like a man who is acting very, let's say, masculine might be considered toxic masculinity. Would the opposite be considered toxic femininity?
The way I said it, I guess it should be. I don't think that that's ever been talked about, really.
What do you think is more common, toxic masculinity or toxic femininity?
I think we've mostly focused on men and like patriarchy.
I've never heard about toxic femininity.
I think in general in society, we're more accustomed to hearing about toxic masculinity rather than toxic femininity.
The word that men would use for toxic masculinity.
Pause it.
It's really hard to listen to.
Like,
This is painful.
Here's the problem. I'm so upset for so many reasons. Here's the first reason. That woman.
Which
has
one?
The white one.
The most
Skinny white one.
The one before.
Okay.
She has no idea what she's talking about. You understand how pushed down men have been in the society right now? If you're a white conservative man in the United States, you are the most demonized person.
Yeah.
And her saying that, we're having more conversations or more intricacies and bad behavior from toxic men than women. That has never been true statistically.
Yeah.
Ever. It has never been true. Men naturally kill themselves at a 3.5x of women. Why do you think that is? Jordan Peterson even said that the weakest men in society or the men that you should be worried about are weak men.
Yep.
Yeah.
So coming back to what I said I would promise you all, I was talking with my wife, and she was the one that sent us this video. She said...
It's a good way to piss me off.
She said... The problem isn't that men are told they can't be vulnerable or they can't have emotions. The problem is that they are told to be the same as women, to be emotional about everything. She said it's different if you have a brotherhood of guys. Say if you go through something extremely traumatic in your life, I won't name the different tragedies. It's okay to, talk about, like when we had a miscarriage, I opened up about Isaac. That was something that, I was being emotional. But she said, the problem is when men are celebrated to be emotional about everything. She said men and women are different. Therefore, she said, I don't want a man that's emotional all the time.
Yeah.
She said, I want a man that can be selectively emotional when it needs to be in a very intense situation. But she said, that's what she said. We need men to be more stoic. We need men to be strong and to actually stand up and be strong men in society. She sent me this, and then I talked about her because I hadn't seen this yet. But it's so true. It's okay for men to be emotional in a very select group.
Yeah.
I will never allow my emotions to be on the sleeve. My wife even went into it more. She said, women find friends they can confide and be emotional in. Men find friends that challenge them to be better.
I'm not going to
put that on your door.
I'm not going to sit down with Jordan in the room and be like, bro, I'm just feeling so emotional.
I feel like I have to laugh to keep from crying.
Broke your fingernail today.
Yeah. Yeah. I found this person that I thought was the best person ever, and they destroyed me.
I'm going to destroy everything you own.
Yeah.
George's like,
yeah.
Oh man. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. You want to cry? You want to cry together? Do you want to eat a popsicle and I'll eat the one and you'll eat the other, and we'll just do like this,
like Lady in the Tramp.
Lady in the Tramp stuff.
This is the difference, because I want you to talk. I want you to
Sure.
do a little bit. This is the difference. Women find friends that will hear them out and just be there for them. Men find friends that if I'm going to share my heart with you, you're going to push me to get out of it. You see the difference? You see the difference there is that you're pushing me. Hey, I feel you, bro. That's freaking hard. You're going through this, but let's go through this. Let's get better. Women want to be heard and understood where they're at. Men need to be pushed to get out of that.
They want to cry on each other's shoulders. They want to eat bananas and honeymuns.
I mean, bananas do have a lot of carbs, but I used to eat a ton of bananas.
The word that men would use for toxic masculinity is hysterical, crazy. So that maybe that's why we didn't hear about that. Women, maybe that's why you never heard that.
Do you think toxic femininity exists?
Everybody's kind of toxic in their own way. We don't go through life the same way that men do. Guys can just walk out at night and be like, I can go on the stroll at midnight. I can't do that. Women in general are seen as like me.
Toxic femininity, I would say, is among girls. I feel like girls are more judgmental toward girls than guys. And like, let's say, even if a girl has more traditional opinions, I don't know, if a girl want to be a housewife, they're gonna like judge.
Because if there's one thing I've learned is that the extremes exist in pairs.
We need to all men.
Phrases like all men to men are trash and patriarchy generalize males as privileged, abusive, or even scum.
When we say it's all men, truly, it is all men.
And as of November 18th, 2021, the fact that searching all men on Twitter resulted in 87 profiles, while proud misandrist yielded 26 profiles, suggested that not only are people promoting such views, it may also be becoming more socially acceptable.
This is an assault.
Wake up.
Yes,
this is what we have dealing in society.
Wake up, men. You see this? You see how society's going and telling you what you need to be and what you don't? And telling you that being masculine is not good and it's worth nothing? You want to be that way? Do you want to be a man of no reproach? Do you want to be a man of integrity, of honor? Do you want to be a man that stands up for what's right? Don't listen to this garbage. All these women are probably... I'm not going to say it because we'll get canceled. The easiest thing I can say is stay far away from these kind of women.
Let's keep watching this because I feel like we're going to unload at the end. I want to gain all the data to be able to do this.
Put AI in the video. We don't have to listen to this crap and just summarize it.
On all men.
I think men in general will have to be a bit kind of snowflakey.
And it's even happening to the youth. At a school assembly in Broward College in Australia, all male students were told to stand up and apologize on behalf of their gender for collective ills such as sexual assault. And although the justification was in response to growing concern about treatment of girls at the school, girls were left feeling exposed and upset, while boys were made to feel guilty for being men. And as male student Vinny stated, we had to apologize for stuff that we didn't actually do.
One boy came home and he said, Mum, I'm not a rapist. Why have I been forced to apologize for this?
And in an era where we're encouraging boys and men to be more open, it becomes challenging for them to actually do so when they're still receiving messages that their feelings and perspectives aren't really that valued. And if expressing even slight sensitivity about the male experience is viewed as invalidating the female experience, how can we ever expect to establish healthy communication? And so it's important to remember, though, that the extreme and radical cases don't represent the majority of women or femininity, just as extreme examples of toxic masculinity don't represent the male majority. But when nearly half of all adults under 30 are single, and 34% of them are women and 63% are men, it's apparent that there are extreme differences in dating struggles. And so, why are men so lonely? When it comes to dating, what do you look for in a guy then?
Oh God, so much.
I thought you just said, men should just be themselves.
They should be themselves, but sometimes themselves is not gonna cut it for me. I'm sorry. Be funny, be kind, don't be an asshole.
That's asking too much already.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Someone that's not a pushover, because I can be really intense, and when I'm not gonna stop. So somebody has to tell me to shut up at some point.
So you want to be put in your place?
That's a way to say it, but
be a nice person overall to talk to.
But I thought girls hate nice guys.
Nice guys are mostly misogynists covered. They're literally.
The double standard is insane.
This is my question. For these women, because we're not saying all women out there, but for these specific women, do they just want to date women? Wouldn't that be easier? Wouldn't that be easier? Because if you don't want a man to be a strong man, to be a good leader, be a good partner, and all these things that we're talking about on this channel, just date women. If you want someone that's going to spill their guts, I was in line too long at McDonald's today, where I was, the traffic was horrible, and it overwhelmed me. If you want to date somebody that allows everything that they're feeling in life to be, I'm so emotional about this, then just date a woman.
Yeah, just date a woman.
I hate to say that, but it's true. If you want a man then you can't push down what makes men men.
Yeah, I think what this girl's failing to realize is that all the men who are really funny and really nice and not an asshole probably approach her 15 times a day, which she turns down.
And then she said that they're just covered, the toxic masculinity is just covering them because that's who they are, but they're just pretending to be something else. That's just,
so everyone, whether you're kind or an outward asshole, like you're just a toxic. Like,
she looks so unhappy.
Some people are never satisfied.
Because she's looking for the wrong thing. She's looking for men that are similar to her.
The thing is, when he asked her, what are you looking for? It's like so many things.
So many things. All women are looking for so many things.
Like, what is that?
Men and women look for a lot of things. But you can't look for something. I don't want a masculine woman. I mean, my woman is very amazing. I love you, babe. But when I was dating back in the day, I wasn't looking for someone like me.
You were also 16.
But I'll tell you this. It's funny because men never say they want things that are similar to them. Only women tend to say that. You notice that? You will never hear a man ever say, I want a woman that's more masculine, that doesn't share her feelings as much, that's more stoic, that is going out there and changing the world. You'll never hear that. Men want women that is going to partner with them and make them feel like it's a home. They feel
actual opposite.
They feel rest. They feel excitement to take on life together because it is a partnership, right? You're taking on life together. A lot of women out there are tending to want men that are more like women. I just don't get it, man. And my wife told me that. She said, I don't want a woman. I don't want someone that's the same as me. I want a strong man.
Yeah. What's really sad is it's going to lead to the largest population of single women in their 40s that have ever existed. So because you have, on one hand, you've got the women who are chasing the types of men that she's describing, never being happy with it. And by the time she realizes that that's not actually the type of man that she wants, it's too late.
They can't have kids.
And then you also have the women who don't want that, who know that they want an aggressive, dominant man, but there's just none of them left because they've all been convinced that this is what women want.
I still have hope.
There is a sickness in society where people are being so pushed down by their own insecurities that they can't see what's right in front of them. And men, I encourage you, if you've seen this video right now and you're looking at my face, there's hope for you. These women are not the type of women that you want to go after on this video, by the way. It's a very small majority of a larger femininity of women that actually want to be with you. Step up, step out, and be the man that you want to be. Because you're the one that's going to have to set your own tone for your life. Nobody else will do it for you. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. If you want to watch more reaction videos, click here or click here. And if you really like this channel and you see value in it and you feel it in your plums, subscribe. Let's get it.